Homestuck, and I'm actually reading it off from my phone or not my phone, I have an iPod Touch that I'm currently reading it off from because my computer is like freaking out. I don't know why. It's just like bleh, freaking out. And like a lot of things have been very stressful in the past couple of days or so. Do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on my Let's Read. So we're starting from the very beginning. It's gonna be a while. A young man stands in his bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 13th of April 2009, is this young man's birthday. Though it was 13 years ago he was given life, it was only today he will be given a name. What will the name of this young man be? Boop. Loading. Oh, derp. Do. Zoo smell poop lord. Try again, smartass. Boop. John Egbert. Boop. Your name is John, as was previously mentioned. It is your birthday. A number of cakes are scattered about your room. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for really terrible movies. You like to program computers, but you're not very good at it. You have a fondness for paranormal lore, and you are an aspiring amateur magician. You also like to play games sometimes. What will you do? John quickly retrieve. Boop. John, quickly retrieve arms from drawer. Your arms are in your magic chest, poop lord. Remove cake from magic chest. Out of sympathy for John's perceived lack of arms, you pick up the cake for him and put it on his bed. John, quickly retrieve arms from magic chest. You retrieve your fake arms from the chest. You use these for hilarious antics. You captchalogue them in your Sylladex. You have no idea what that actually means, though. There are other items in the chest. John, examine contents of chest. In here you keep an array of humorous and mystical artifacts, each one a devastating weapon in the hands of a skilled magician or a cunning prankster. You are neither of these things. Among the artifacts are 2 fake arms, currently captchalogued in your Sylladex, 1 pair of trick handcuffs, 1 stunt sword, 1 magician's hat, 1 pair of Beagle Puss glasses, several smoke pellets, several blood capsules, and 1 copy of Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery, and 1 copy of Harry Anderson's Wise Guide by Mike Cavaney. Some of the stuff may come in handy at some point. For now, you decide to just take the smoke pellets. The snoke pellets. Yep, I will Hokage. Totally reading Homestuck. John, captchalogue smoke pellets. You stow the smoke pellets on one of your captchalogue cards in your Sylladex. You still aren't totally sure what that means, but you are starting to get a hang of the vernacular at least. You have 2 empty captchalogue cards remaining. John, equip fake arms. You aren't totally sure if equip is a verb copacetic with the abstract behavioral medium in which you dwell, but you give it a try anyways. Unfortunately, you cannot access the fake arms. Their card is underneath the one you just used to captchalogue the smoke pellets. You will have to use the smoke pellets first in order to access the arms. But this is probably unadvisable since you just make your room lousy with smoke. Your Sylladex fetch modus is currently dictated by the logic of a stacked data structure. You were never all that great with data structures, and you find the concept puzzling and mildly irritating. But with any hope, perhaps you will advance new, more practical fetch modi for your Silodex with a little more experience. Bloop. What is going on? Boop. How is everyone tonight, by the way? Like I said, things have been pretty stressful and going a little crazy on my end right now. So I'm reading Homestuck. John, examine Problem Sleuth poster. Is it even possible to get even more hard-boiled than that? You really doubt it. This poster was one of your wisest purchases. There is a nice spot on the wall next to it. You've been meaning to hang another poster there soon. John, read note on drawer. Happy birthday, son. I'm so proud of you. This note is rich with the aromas of fatherly aftershaves and colognes. Beside the note is a rolled up poster. John, take poster. Another birthday artifact. You wonder what is printed on the poster. You'll need some way to hang it on your wall. John, acquire hammer and nails. They will come in handy. You first place the hammer into your Silodex, but now all of your capture log cards are full. You wonder what will happen if you try to take the nails. You guess it doesn't hurt to try. John, take nails. You capture log 4 nails into the top card and push all the artifacts down a card. The fake arms are pushed entirely out of the deck. Oh well, they're probably completely useless anyways, but you probably don't want to do that again unless you want to drop the smoke pellets and suffer the consequences. In any case, you now feel like you have gathered enough things to get down to business and do some really important stuff. The next thing you do will probably be exponentially meaningful. John, squawk like an imbecile and shit on your desk. This is the dumbest idea you've had in weeks. Stupid, stupid, stupid. And yet, the polished surface of your desk, it beckons. John, combine the nails and hammer. You merge the top 2 cards. The hammer and nails are now capture logged on the same card and can be used together. John, use hammer/nails on poster. You use the hammer and nails card in conjunction with the card beneath it. John, nail poster to wall. You use the hammer, nails, and poster on the blank space on the wall. It is glorious. Exactly what you wanted. The old man really came through this time. John, examine Con Air poster. Put the bunny back in the box. I said, put the bunny back in the box. Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box? John, examine Deep Impact poster. Morgan Freeman's genteel homespun mannerisms were perfect qualities for a president residing over a crisis. Oceans rise, cities fall, hope survives. Wow. Films about impending apocalypses fascinate you, plus a black president. Now you've seen everything. But there was Obama. Okay, so there's something weird going on with my chat. It's actually not like updating, which is weird. I'm gonna try posting something real quick. Hold up. Squid, 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 squid. Okay. It's showing me like the spinny, 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 spinny. Oh, is that it? Okay. John, examine calendar. I want to turn you off. What the diddle is going on? Okay. Sorry. John, examine calendar. You've marked your birthday, the 13th of April. Another day you marked was supposed to be the arrival date for the highly touted Suburb beta launch. It's been 3 days already. It's starting to become a sore subject with you. John, eat cake. You are sick to death of cake. You've been eating it all day, and you have no intention of clogging your Sylladex with it either. The cake stays put for now. You hear a notice from your computer. Someone is messaging you. John. Sorry. John, examine incoming message. You pull up to your computer. This is where you spend most of your time. You decorated your desktop with some rather handsome wallpaper, which you've made yourself. You are really proud of it. Your desktop is also littered with various programming project files. You are so bad at programming sometimes you wonder why you even bother with it. Your Pester Chum application is flashing. Someone is trying to get in touch with you. John, open Pester Chum. Oh boy. This is gonna be fun. Only one of your chums is logged in. He sent you a message. John, open message. Turntech Godhead began pestering ectobiologists. Hey, so what sort of insane loot did you rake in today? I got a Little Monsters poster. It's so awesome. I'm going to watch it again today. The apple juice scene was so funny. Oh hell, that is such a coincidence. I just found an unopened container of apple juice in my closet. It's like fucking Christmas up in here. Okay, that's fine, but I just have one question, and then a word of caution. Have you ever seen a movie called Little Monsters starring Howie Mandel and Fred Savage? But the seal on the bottom is unbroken. Are you suggesting someone put piss in my apple juice at the factory? All I'm saying is, don't you think Monster Howie Mandel has the power to do something as simple as reseal a bottle? Try using your brain, numbnuts. Why did the fat kid or whoever drank it know what piss tasted like? I mean, his reaction was nigh instantaneous. It was the 15th day in a row Howie Mandel peed in his juice. Okay, I can accept that. Monster B-list celebrity douchebags are cunning and persistent pranksters. Also, Fred Savage has a really punchable face, but who cares about this? Let's stop talking about it. Did you get the beta yet? No. Did you? Man, I got 2 copies already, but I don't care. I'm not gonna play it or anything. The game sounds boring. Did you see how I got slammed in GameBro? GameBro is a joke and we both know it. Yeah, why don't you go check your mail? Maybe it's there now. Alright. John, look out window. You see the view of your yard from your window. Hanging from the tree is your tire swing. In a kid's yard, a tire in a kid's yard, a tree without a tire swing is like a proper gentleman without a monocle. That is to say, he can hardly be considered a terribly proper gentleman at all. And there beside your driveway is the mailbox. John, examine mailbox. The little red arm swingy dealy thing, or whatever it's called, is flagged up. What the hell is that called thing called anyways? You don't have time for these semantic bleh, English semantics. The red flippy lover thing means you have new mail, and that means the beta might be here. Actually, no. That means you're sending something out. Not that you have new mail. When it's down, it means you have new mail. John, go outside and check mailbox. You are about to hurry downstairs when you hear a car pull into the driveway. It looks like your dad has returned from the grocery store. Oh, great. He's beating you to the mail. John, forget it, check mail later. If you go downstairs to get it, he will likely monopolize hours of your time. You decide to chill up here for a while until the dust settles. Sometimes you feel like you are trapped in this room, stuck, if you will, in a sense which possibly borders on the titular. And now your chum is pestering you again. The clockwork of friendship turns ceaselessly, operating the swing lever dealies of harassment into perpetuity. I'm sorry. Whatever, the dude can just hold his damn horses. John, examine games on CD rack. Oh. What, pumpkin? Yeah. Problem soothed. Boop. Bard quest. You've put countless man hours into this assortment of quality titles. There was a Ghostbuster game. John, read Colonel Sassacre's daunting text. You decide to consult with the Colonel's bottomless wisdom. Good grief, this thing is huge. It could kill a cat if you dropped it. But to really dig into this hefty book, you will have to captcha log it. You are not sure you are ready to log jam your other artifacts beneath it just yet. John, captcha log fake arms again. What did you just say? You didn't want to clog up your... Oh, Jesus. In a momentary lapse of concentration, you accidentally captcha logged the arms again. John, set Pesterchom's status to bully. You don't think the situation is quite dire enough to go all the way to rancorous, but you still feel the Pesterchom client should reflect your mood change in some way. Bully will have to do, you guess. This unsurprisingly does nothing whatsoever. Oh, right, you forgot. Your chum is still pestering you. Boop. Is it there? Is it there? Please say yes. Maybe you could play with TT. She's been pestering me all day about it. She's smacking on me so hard all the time. I start to feel embarrassed for her. I mean, not that I could blame her or anything. Yes, it's understandable because you are really attractive. I'm attracted to you. Thank you, JK. No, I don't have it yet. My dad has the mail, and I guess I have to go get it from him and see if it's there. And I've been busy spending all day shitting around with my stupid Sylladex. It's so frustrating. What's your modus? What? How do you retrieve artifacts from it? Oh, like, one at a time, I guess. And if I put too much in, something falls out. Stack? What is yours? Hash map. My bro taught me a few tricks. He basically knows everything and is awesome. What the hell is that? You should probably brush up on your data structures, I guess. Did you at least allocate your strife specibus? No, it could free up a card for you, plus let you attack stuff whenever things get too hot to handle, which is never. What have you got? Well, I've got a hammer, but it's trapped under some arms. Wow, you really suck at this, don't you? And just get rid of the arms and then allocate the hammer to the specibus. How? I don't know. Just use the arms on any old thing and see if it works. John, combine fake arms with cake. You stick the fake arms in the cake on your bed. This definitely makes the cake at least 300% more hilarious. You're sure Colonel Sassacre would know the precise index of elevated hilarity. John, allocate hammer to strife specifists. Hammer kind. You check the back of your strife specifists for the kind abstratus you have in mind for it. John, select hammer. Your strife specifies has been allocated with the hammer kind apparatus. The hammer has been moved from your capsule log deck to your strife deck. John, report progress to TG. Okay, I did it. Hammer kind? Yeah. Okay, that will be the permanent allocation for your specialist. I guess I should have mentioned that. Oh, hope you like hammers, dude. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I can't imagine it's going to be all that relevant. John, capsule log Colonel's big book. Now that you've got some space in your Sylladex to work with, you figured you might as well start squandering it immediately. Ordinarily, this ridiculous book would be way too heavy to carry around in any practical way. You guess maybe this is one respect in which the cards present some convenience. John, examine Game Bro magazine. Game Bro, Suburb, why the game of the year or whatever it isn't as good as some other stuff I like that's better. Okay. John, read articles. So I'm gonna zoom in real quick to read this Game Bro articles. So, okay, Suburb is this game that a lot of cats seem hella pumped of. And this beta is sitting on my desk for review. So I'm like, yeah, man, I'll write something, but I don't know. I'm like, so this is about houses or some noise? That's fine. I'm sure that's like fucking dynamite in a handbag for some brosofs. But all I'm saying is when you do get to thrash anything, while you were playing house or some shit, are you ever in jeopardy of getting mud on your doll's dress or whatever from busting out, and I quote, the mad studs all wicked up ins? No, what I'm saying, bro, yo ma. I'm I didn't actually play this game, but I give it 1.5 hats out of 5 hats to keep it real. At this point, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Dennis, who was over the other day. We were going to chill in front of the Dark Knight, and he was so psyched of it, y'all. So, this one time he was leaning against the screen door, and the shit popped open, and the back deck was wet, and he slipped down the steps and broke his thumb on the lawn. It wasn't a long fall, but hey, I guess the thumb bone wasn't made for supporting the brunt of a huge, useless tool against wet grass. We never did watch Dark Knight on account of Ron trucking his bawling candy ass girth to the hospital. But it's cool. I still got another watch in me. Brotel Rhonda. Bro notes. Dennis was so wasted. I mean, damn. John, Capsulog, Game Bro. It might come in handy if you ever need something that burns easily. What the diddle? John, Capsulog, Magician's Hat. You expend your final card on the Magician's Hat. John, get funny lasses too. You don't have a free card in your Sylladex, however, you are able to merge the Beagle Plus with the Magician's Hat to create a clever disguise. John, wear disguise to full dad. John, who is this John you speak of? You are quite certain there has never been, nor ever will be. Yeah, this is a really shitty disguise. Well, you are wearing the items. They remain While you are wearing the items, they remain on the card, but it is temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the cards beneath it. John, leave room. You exit into the hallway. On one wall hangs a picture of a fellow who sure knows how to have a laugh, a man after your own heart. You always thought he looked a lot like Michael Sierra. But your dad swears on the many hollow tombs of Egypt that it is not. You're not sure about that though. On the other wall is one of your dad's stupid clowns or harlequins, as he is quick to correct anyone who would venture such brazen assumptions. Dad, get your ish together. John, go downstairs. The accursed odor of fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen. It must be the connivings of your arch nemesis, Betty Crocker. And the rich, buttery aroma of her plot stinks to high heaven. This mission is going to be more difficult than you imagined. John, admire harlequins. You check out the shelves of fanciful harlequins. There used to be a Joker one. Look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad sure can be a real cornball. Sometimes at night you pray for burglars. I don't think burglars are gonna come into your house, John. I'm sorry. John, examine fireplace. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace. It doesn't matter that it's April and not terribly chilly outside. In a home, a fireplace needs a fire because that's what fireplace is for. A fire belongs in a fireplace, damn it. Categorically at all times without exception. As domestic myth of unaccountable origin holds, a home burrows the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it, which, as the moon takes liberty with the sun's rays. The moon's an errant thief, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun. Mark Twain. You are almost certain Mark Twain said that. John, toss Game Bro into fire. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. That's not part of it. It doesn't burn as quickly as you hoped. Each Game Bro magazine is guaranteed to be printed on 40% recycled asbestos. For big ups to Mother Earth, yo. John, fondly regard cremation. You examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. When your father gives her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, and unbridged Colonel Sassacres. He never wants to talk about it. John, topple urn. You clumsily mishandled the sacred urn. Ashes everywhere. In retrospect, upon mulling semantic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was virtually certainty. You probably better clean it up before Dad finds it. John combined father's pipe with clever disguise. You think now would be a good time to beef up your clever disguise. John, examine oversized gift. Champ, you could do anything if you put your mind to it. I believe in you. Contemplating that what could be inside this package is sort of exciting, but it makes you a little nervous at the same time. John, open large present. Oh, hell no. John, capture log ashes. First, you prop the Harlequin doll up on the couch, having it in the middle of the floor, sprawled out all akimbo, like that struck you as unseemly. You capture log the ashes to your available card. John, combine ashes with urn. You merge the sacred urn with the ashes. Most of the ash is back in the urn, but it's a total mess. Really, it probably would have been tidier if you just used a broom and dustpan. John, put urn back. No one will be the wiser, except maybe for people with eyes. John, go get fake arms again. You just got another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms. You pry them out of the cake and capture log them. Looks like Pester Chum is acting up again. John, examine third and fourth walls of room. John, check Pester Chum. Another one of your chums is messaging you. John, check messages. Oh. TT, I understand you've recently came into possession of the beta release of the Game of the Year as featured in respectable periodicals such as Game Bro magazine. That's an ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar and you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever. I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks. Anyway, I still haven't checked the mail yet. My dad has it. I'm trying to go get it from him. So, BRB, John. What? You're wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you? You are typing to me right now while wearing something ridiculous. No. Why would you even think that? That's so stupid. Okay, why don't you go get the game from your father? Alright, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, JK, I was wearing a funny disguise this whole time. Gotcha. I know, John. John, go back downstairs. You can now execute that brilliant idea you have. There should be just enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as adequate adhesive. John, attach arms to doll. To darn. You don't care what Colonel Sassacre says. That makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. John, inspect burnt paper on the floor. Bro balloon. You put this back in the fire where it belongs. John, throw present wrap in fire as long as you're cleaning up. John, capture log doll. You can carry hefty items, but this thing is just way too big. Get real. Besides, you don't even want it. John, read Colonel Sassacre's text. Okay. This is called the Creepy Crawlies. Nels bells, we are having a mighty sporting time of it. Hold fast, my intrepid fellow pranksmiths. We've merely nicked the mahogany of our japing chests. If I may direct the incisive oogle of your beagle puss to the wriggling regency of rubber bugs, plastic parasites, squirming serpents, pliable pest, and every such order and phyllis of creepy crawlies, land sakes alive, we are cooking with petrol now. In further exhibits, we shall dwell on artifice. Useful to your exploits is your pappy's rod and real handy. What's about a bit of iron cord? It shouldn't prove elusive. Bring those writhing rascals to life and set the nerves of some old maid to the wreck of Hesperius. Do you have a bothersome aunt who never seems troubled to find ways with your sunny afternoons? A broad, splintery fence, a bucket of whitewash, perhaps? By gum, you'll fix her wagon. And what of that tawny gent who puts his lackadaisical lean near that sarsaparilla font? You'll have that listless octoroon find that's the spring in his step just yet. I have no idea what half that means. I'm sorry. I need water. Water, 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 water. Hydrate, hydrate. Boop, boop. Also, I want to say thank you to all of my new followers. Thank you for the follows. I'm gonna probably be streaming a lot of Let's Read Homestuck for a little bit, so please bear with me. I want to complete all of it. So, and that also includes both sides of the epilogues, both Meat and Candy. I haven't fully read all of Candy yet. I've read Meat, and I still don't understand what's going on. So let's get back to this. You thought about consulting the text to determine exactly how hilarious the doll is now, but this text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion. You decide to forget it. John, find Dad and retrieve mail. The door on the left leads to the kitchen, from which the smell of baking wafts, a powerful aroma which could lift an exceptionally portly hobo off his feet. The door on the right leads to the study, where your dad spends a lot of time. He could be in either room. Where will you go? John, go to the study. Oh no, wait. Okay. The Joker doll is still here. I forgot where the Joker doll was actually located. I thought it was located near the fireplace. John, go in the study. It doesn't look like he's in here right now. John, examine Father's desk. On the desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipe, and the April issue of the Serious Jester magazine, and a stray captcha card. There is also a can of peanuts on the desk. Haha, oh Dad, you won't be falling for that one again anytime soon. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with. John, upgrade costume with hat from hat rack. You swap the magician's hat with the bowler hat. This disguise is somewhat less funny, but a lot more distinguished looking. John combines second pipe with clever disguise. Your dad maintains numerous pipes around the household. A father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is to say, he is a rather piss-poor excuse of a roughneck, if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipe, though. The first one tastes bad enough as it is. How you suffer for your comedy. John, examine captcha card. Yes, this will be perfect for expending the space in your John. John, captcha card. Ugh! John, play a haunting piano refrain. It plays. Do 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 do. I'm sorry, I'm listening to this beautiful music. Okay. John, play 52 pickup. You play the prankster's favorite card game, even though you are alone in the room, thus rendering it an exceptionally foolish version of solitaire. So stupid. Look at this mess. The peanut gallery over there sure is getting a kick out of it. You are allergic to their scorn. John, attempt to leave the house. You go back into the living room and contemplate checking the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before plunging headlong into a data counter. Your television is currently airing a commercial. That commercial is so old. It's like the 90s old. I remember the ecto coolers. John, exit. You exit the house. John, check the mail. Predictably, the mailbox is empty. You have already been scooped by your father. Another sound. The streets are empty. Wind skims the voids, keeping neighbors apart as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed, or say a plundered mailbox. A familiar note is produced. It is the one desolation place to keep its instrument in tune. This is your 13th birthday, and as with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life. The game presently eluding you is only the latest sleight of hand in the repertoire of an unseen riddler, one to engender a sense not of mirth but of lack. Here, well, I'll replay this. His court schemes are the less of a prankster than a common pickpocket. His riddle is absence itself. It is a mystery dispersing altogether like the moon's faint reflection with even one pebble of inquiry dropped in its black well. It is the most diabolical riddle of all. Absence diminishes little passion and increases great ones, as when extinguishes candles and fans a fire. Walt Whitman. Yes, you are certain Walt Whitman said that. 100% positive. You are feeling it's going to be a long day. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. That's so weird. It plays the sounds from like the videos, but it won't play sounds from my music. John, leave a surprise for the mailman. No, no. John, see if your father left the mail in the car. The door is locked and your dad has the car keys. You peer in through the driver's side window. You don't see any mail, but you see a green package. There's also something underneath. It looks like a slip of paper. Could these items have come in the mail? You don't see anything else that usually is in the mail, like bills and coupons. Maybe your dad forgot to take this stuff inside. John, spy in the kitchen. You try to get a gander through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot. It seems your dad has been doing so much baking, the glass has steamed up. God, he is so weird. But you can see what's on the table just beside the window. It looks like the mail is there, including among it is a red package, some bills, your dad's PDA, and an envelope that appears to be suspiciously labeled with the Suburb logo. Could it be? Unfortunately, the window's locked. John, go back into the kitchen. You have no other choice. You are going in. Clever disguise. It's time to work your magic. Sound. John, enter. Do, 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 do. Hi, Map. you'll be. We're reading some Homestuck. Your dad sees right through your costume. You don't know what you were thinking with this foolish ruse. You unequip the clever disguise. Your dad wields a dreadful artifact of confection. He stands between you and the mail. There is only one way to settle this. Strife! Eat the cake! I'm not doing overly great. Like, I'm stressed out about some stuff that's going on. Um, are you out of school now? Okay. John, retrieve the package and flee to your room. You cannot abscond. This pesky guardian is blocking your path. You will need to engineer some sort of distraction. And now he brandishes yet another artifact of confection. The man is ruthless. You better brace for impact. It's the most comical striking fashion possible. That's awesome. I bet you're happy to be out of school. For now. John, equip disguise for defense. The beagle Aegis absorbs the brunt of the treat. Looks like Dad will enjoy the prankster scam on that exchange, as is usually the case. John, capture log pie tin. You take pie tin and unequip the beagle puss. Everything in your Silodex is pushed back a card. The smoke pellets are ejected from the deck. Yes, this could be just the distraction you were. Boop. Nothing happens. What a huge letdown. That shouldn't be popping up. John, take the cake. When two great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one that knows how to yield. Oscar Wilde. Wise words by a man who likely could resist everything but temptation. The cake forces Colonel Sassacre's text out of your Silodex. Sassacre, you beautiful bastard, now's your chance. John, abscond. Now that Dad is busy placating the smoke detector, you can safely sneak away. John, take PDA. You snag your dad's PDA. Maybe later you'll switch the background image to something hilarious as a prank. Besides, it may come in handy later. Your spare capture log card is forced out of the Silodex and Oh. Okay, I'm gonna reread that sentence again. I'm sorry. Your spare capture log card is forced out of the Silodex and consequently integrated with the deck. You now have 5 cards to work with. I'm sure you could find something to do so you're not bored. John, take package. This red package is addressed to you. John, take envelope. You get this. You got the Suburbeta. Yay. John, exit kitchen. John, get cake on couch. You capture log the cake on the couch, expelling the pie tin from the bottom card. John, combine the cakes to make a double-decker cake. You then merge the 2 cakes across all 5 cards. Everything in your Silodex is smushed between the cakes. Why don't you think these things through first? John, retreat upstairs. You pause at the juncture and head down the hall. You were going to need something to clean up the mess you are about to make by dissecting this cake. To the left is the bathroom. To the right is your dad's room. It is locked, and you are forbidden from ever entering. He has his secrets. He's probably hiding bodies in there. John's dad hides bodies in his closet. John, go to the bathroom and grab a towel. You enter the bathroom. You can see your backyard from the window. The jewel in its crown is the swing set, which has provided you with years of joy. There is also a spring-mounted pogo ride, which has been responsible for more than one painful injury and has provided you with years of lament. On the sink is your dad's razor. On the rack to the side is a fresh towel. John, remove PDA envelope and package from cake. You take the razor and use it to perform surgery on the cake. You take the towel and clean off the extracted goods. John, retrieve your items. Your items force the manhandle cake into the toilet. And just like that, your Sylladex is full again. God, this thing is annoying. John, go to bedroom. John, admired failure to launch poster. You're not usually into chick flicks, but Matthew McConaughey's cool charisma and could salvage any heap of smoldering wreckage. This is your McConaughey wall. A casual shrine to an amazing actor. The film above that one is a lot better, you think. Can you see her? I want you to picture that little girl chokes up. Now imagine she's white. You got us, Matthew. Your smooth talking exposed our latent racism. Damn, you are good. Oh, John's popular. John, check pester chum. Garden Noctis, or Gnostics, I can't pronounce this name, began pestering ectobiologists. Hi, John. Happy birthday, John. Hello. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Turntech Godhead began pestering ectobiologists. I love Dave. Dave is my favorite Homestuck character. Hey, Gigi is looking for you. Why are you even so popular all of a sudden? Is today some sort of special occasion or something? Did you do something to curry favor with ladies? Did you break your leg on a puppy or some shit? Dude, what are you doing? Turntech Godhead is now an idle chum. I discovered a comet that is going to destroy the Earth and it was named after me. Now I'm famous and everyone wants to talk to me a lot. No. Stop. Just no. Don't talk about your awful, stupid movies or make references to them. Your gross man-bro crush on Matthew McConaughey is an unsavory thing to behold. Matthew McConaughey? Sounds like a noise a horse would make, i.e. dumb. Equally dumb are all those pictures of that clown you've got hanging up. Those are my dad's. I was talking about Nick Cage. Oh, what? No, man. Cage is sweet. So sweet. So lame. You don't even like him ironically or anything. This is like for real, isn't it? I do things ironically sometimes, but what about what I sent you for your birthday? No, those are awesome. What? No, they're stupid. Which was the joke? The ironic joke. Get it? Wait. You're actually wearing them, aren't you? I'm wearing them ironically because they're awesome. The fact that they're ironic makes them awesome and vice versa. Are you taking notes on how to be cool? Jesus, get a fucking pen. You do realize they touched Stiller's weird sort of gaunt face at some point. Yeah, well, oh well. Anyway, speaking of which, did you get the mail? Yeah. Did there happen to be a package there? Yeah, there's a big red one. You should probably open it. I would, but it's trapped under the Suburb beta, so I will probably open it after I install the beta. Oh man, the beta came. Yeah, wanna play it? No way. Why not? It sounds so hells of boring. Just get TT to play it. She's all about that. Where'd she go? Her internet is blinking in and out, I guess. Probably be back online soon. Oh, and Christ, in a sidecar, are you still using the stack mode? Seriously, dude. You need to bone up your data structures. That shit is just ridiculous. Oh, okay, I will. Dave, you cuss a lot. John, open browser and go to mspainadventures.com. You just decide to space out on the computer for a while before doing anything important. You open the Typhestus web browser and direct it to what is indisputably the most amazing website ever created. Yes, but MS Paint Adventures is no longer MS Paint Adventures. It's now Homestuck.com. Cancel. The new adventure is welcome the Midnight Crew. The new adventure is okay, but you're not sure if you like it as much as the last one. John, install the Suburb beta. You decide it's time for less meta and more beta. You insert the CD and install the Suburb beta. What the fuck is this? John, bone up on data structures. You go to your closet where you keep a lot of clothes and an array of handy computer programming guides. John, read Data Structures book. Data structures for assholes. Your ignorance just made me throw up a little. Get a clue, you computer illiterate piece of shit. Free fetch modus in the back. You're not really sure you really want to dig into this huge tome. It looks really boring and kind of orny. Maybe you'll just check out that free modus instead. John, get free fetch modus. You turn to the back inside cover where a free fetch modus is included in a plastic sleeve. This one is dedicated by the logic of a queue data structure, operating on a first in, first out method rather than a first in, last out method of a stack. John, apply fetch modus to Sylladex. Items captcha-logged in your Sylladex are no longer immediately accessible. You can only use the item on the bottom card and must wait for items on upper cards to be pushed back to it. For instances, the red package is now inaccessible. You can only use the razor at the moment. This modus doesn't strike you as a significant upgrade to your previous one. In fact, it almost seems more inconvenient. You figure you might as well give it a chance, though. John, switch back to stack modus. You suddenly wonder if this is even possible. You don't even remember if you had a physical card for the stack modus. You find this all to be a little abstract, and you prefer not to think about it too much. John, put down razor. Put it down? You're not quite sure you understand. John, pick up 2 items. You captcha-log one of the cakes. You finally found a use for all those glittering pastries. Dead weight. Like Nero. John, get other cake. The second cake causes the razor to launch out the front of your Sylladex. Oh, good lord, that beautiful face. You wish the razor would have failed to launch. And you got a haircut. John, get more stuff. You open your magic chest and captcha-log one of your favorite books of all time, Wise Guy by Mike Cavaney. There goes the fresh towel. John might as well grab those cuffs. You take the trick handcuffs, expelling the PDA like a bullet. Pew! Oh, god damn it. Open the package. You examine the package. It is from one of your internet chums. It's bound in packing tape, though. You'll need something sharp to open it. Ah, of course, the razor. It's all so simple. You wonder why you didn't get razor. John, pick a package again. Let's take this from the top. John, capture log glass shards. You take 3 glass shards in quick succession and duck for cover. Your Solidix rains devastation on your room from above. Now that your cards are packed with glass, you probably don't want to do that again anytime soon. You should probably go get this stuff before you forget. John, use the razor on the red package. You open the package. There's something suspicious inside. Something suspiciously dirty and smelly. It is a stuffed bunny, much like the one held hostage briefly by Malkovish's Cyrus, the virus, while taunting hard luck protagonist Cameron Poe and strikingly similar to the one scooped up from the soot of a burning Vegas strip by Cage's Poe, and offered to his daughter, a gesture symbolic of a tattered exterior surrounding a heart of gold. Poe wasn't much to look at, but he was a good man. But no, it's not merely like that buddy. According to this note of authenticity, it is the very same buddy. This is so awesome. John, check status of Suburb Beta. It looks like your computer is trying to get your attention. John, look at monitor. John, check pester chum window. Tentacle therapist began pestering ectobiologists. It looks like you managed to retrieve the beta. Excellent. I'm going to try to connect. Whoa, okay, but just got the most awesome present. The rabbit's so sweet. I've heard tales of this wretched creature often. Its humoric legend is practically ensconced in the fold of my personal mythology by now. Haha, what? Why don't we focus on the matter at hand? Oh, the game. Okay. I don't really know how this works, so what am I even looking at here? You're running the client application. I am running the server, so I am the host user. I have established a connection with you. This is sufficient for us to play the game. Oh, okay then. Why don't we get started? John, press enter. Loady, 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 low. Boom, boom, boom. Do, do, do. Do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, boo. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Suburb. Oh, I could actually click on this stuff? Oh, that is so cool. Okay, sorry I was messing around with that. Hold up, I'm gonna switch out of my headphone real quick. I just needed to switch my headphones so I could plug in my charger. Okay. TT, select magic chest. TT, zoom out. TT, drop chest.
Whoa, what are you doing? Sorry, I'm just getting a feel for the controls. Is my magic chest on the roof now? Yes. Sad face. I will try to be more careful next time. John, get the card. You find your missing stack fetch modus and quickly reapply it to your Sylladex. You can now opt for either the stack or queue modus at any time. You toggle between your fetch modi with gleeful abandon. John, you're a dirk. I mean a derp, not a dirk. It looks like your dad is leaving again for more baking supplies. You're relieved to have the house to yourself again, if only for a few minutes. You hope he doesn't notice the magic chest on the roof, or all the shit you threw out the window, for that matter. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. How long have I been streaming? TT, select stuff in the yard and move it back into the room. Hey, do you think you could do me a favor? Can you grab all the stuff outside my broken window and bring it in for me? I'll give it a shot. Thanks. No luck. It appears to be out of range. I'm guessing it is too far away from you, the player. Sad face. TT, select John. You cannot select a player. John abjures the metal cold cursor. TT, select bunny. TT, put the bunny in the box. TT, revise room. TT, open paraphernalia registry. TT, deploy totem lathe. John, examine totem lathe. You don't know what the heck this thing does, but it looks neat. TT, open grist cache. It seems expanding the dimensions of your room cost us some bill grist, but deploying the lathe did not appear to incur any expenses. It looks like certain objects are freebies, probably to help you set up the game. Wow, okay. What do they do? I think it's up to you to find out. All I could do is drop stuff in your house and move it around, apparently. How do I move stuff around? It sounds fun. I don't think you can as the client. You will need to install the server application. You should have received both in separate envelopes. I am running both on my computer right now. What? Did you get another envelope in the mail? No. Once you install the server and establish a connection, I am sure you will be able to manipulate my environment in the same manner. Are you sure you didn't get it? Man, oh man. I think I might know where it is. Doop, doop. Boop. Boop. Now that your room is bigger, why don't you move to the far corner? It will extend the range of the cursor and I can reach the items which you threw out the window for some reason. Good idea. What have you been doing in here all afternoon anyway? I was fussing with my retarded Sylladex. I don't like that word, by the way. But I think I have it under control now. What modus do you use? I like to use trees. Oh no, that sounds so awkward. It's not exceptionally practical, but I think they are elegant. John, stand in corner. TT, deploy Cruxtruder. TT, deploy Alchemitor. Boop. Boop. Why is the floor shaking? Are you dropping more stuff in my house? Yes, 2 more large gizmos. Sweet. What is with all these big contraptions? If I had to guess, they appear to facilitate a sort of system involving punch card based alchemy. Huh? To what end? I mean, what are we supposed to be doing in this game? Well, that remains to be seen. Maybe you should go investigate. John, get PDA. You grab the PDA, switching back to stack modus, so it is readily accessible. The interference is oddly starry, no hilarious clown wallpapers or anything like that. Oops, you mean Harlequin wallpapers. The serious business application is open. It seems your dad uses it to keep tabs on various acquaintances. His fellow street performers, maybe? You guess the performing arts must be pretty serious business after all. Install Pester Chum. This should be useful now. You could keep tabs on your chums while you're wandering the house. John, go out to the balcony. Click. Click. Hey, I'm out on the balcony now. I'm messaging you from my dad's PDA. The one you threw in the yard. Yeah. No, I'm telling you, it jumps out of my Silodex like a frightened weasel. What were you doing with it in the first place? I'm not sensing a lot of regard for personal property of others. Is this how your pent-up frustration with your father manifests itself? What? No. Those were all accidents. Please take your psychoblabbery elsewhere, miss. Your bathroom is a mess. Did you do that too? Oh man. See, this isn't cool. All this snooping nonsense. There's a toilet in the cake. I mean, a cake in the toilet. A toilet in the cake. Yep. Totally. A cake in the toilet. Yes, there is. I'm tempted to clean it up for you. Okay, if that will satisfy your weird OCD complex, then go ahead. My obsessive compulsive disorder complex? Can a disorder also be a complex? In your case, probably sounds complicated. Anyway, I'm going to have a look at this enormous platformy thingy you put on my balcony. John, examine Alchemitor in a cautious manner. You have no idea what to do with this thing. You can't find any controls for it. Having exhausted all other possibilities, you just decide to stand on it. This isn't very cautious of you, actually. John, look through telescope. It is a clear sunny day, nothing out of the ordinary to report, at least not beyond the walls of your own home. TT, grab the soiled toilet. Whoops. Whoops, what? What was that noise? Is this something I should go investigate? No, I have it all. I have it under control. You can keep playing with your telescope. John, investigate. Boop. Ugh. I think I can patch it up. Just give me a little space. Why don't you go have a look at the Cruxtruder? The what? The thing I put in your living room? John, hop down the hole. You jump down to the utility room. John, get sledgehammer and card. You take the sledgehammer and the capture log card. Combine the two and quickly apply it to your strife specifics. You think it's cool that things don't always have to be a federal fucking issue. It looks like another one of your chums is pestering you on your PDA. John, answer chum. Boop, boop, boop. Garden Gnostics began pestering ectobiologists. John, did you get my package? Oh, hey, no, not yet. Darn. Are you sure it was in a green box? Oh, yes, but it's in my dad's car, and he's still out at the store. He should be back soon. Great, so what are you up to today? I'm up to my neck in this suburb stuff. TT is making a royal mess of my house. Whoa, what's suburb? Oh, it is this game. It's okay, I guess. I'm still figuring it out. Whoa, what was that? What was what? There was a loud noise outside my house. It sounded like an explosion. Well, really, I will go outside and look. Oh man, alright, be careful. Okay, I will. Smiley face. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. John might as well check out the Cruxtruder. Oh, hell no. You put this thing in front of the door. There's a door there? Yeah. I didn't see it. I just thought it fit nicely into that groove. You mean you thought it was elegant? Okay, well, what do I do with this thing? Hello? What are you doing up there now? Oh, fuck. John, examine wheel to the Cruxtruder. When you turn the wheel, something seems to be pushing up from underneath the lid. You aren't strong enough to make the lid come off. TT, put bathtub in driveway. Connection loss. On the tub's journey to the driveway, the connection is interrupted. John, scold TT. Boop, boop. You can see me, right? Tell me what is wrong with this picture. I'm sorry, keep losing the wireless signal. Must be the weather. I would look for a stronger signal in another part of the house, but I'd rather not risk an encounter with my mother. I battled through her cloud of gin and derision once already this evening. Huh, yeah, I hear you, yes. Cake, gestures, unfaltering love and support. Quite a road to hoe there. So I suppose I'm complicit for not informing social services about your situation. I know. What about going outside? Maybe you could catch a neighbor's signal? That presents the same problem. Also, it's raining, remember, and dark. It's dark already? Yes. The sun has already had its way with us here on the East Coast. Its lurid glare has moved on to younger time zones. Okay. Ready. Load. John hit Cruxtruder with sledgehammer. Need some help? TT, pick up sledgehammer. Boop. Boop. What is this thing, and what is it that clock counting downtown? Down to? I've been looking at the game FAQ walkthroughs to figure some of this stuff out. Hold on while I read further. Okay, all of these walkthroughs are extremely short. None progress much further than this point. Weird. Well, I mean, it is a new game. True. Now that the lid is off, you will need to extrude some cruxite. John, turn wheel again. You extrude one cruxite dowel. John, get cruxite. I feel like we should be hurrying. That countdown is making me nervous, John. Oh, your PDA is trapped under the cruxite now, isn't it? Anyway, it looks like you're going to need this card too. TT, deploy pre-punched card. John, get card. A shard of glass is expelled from the deck and maims the Harlequin doll. John, capture-log fanciful Harlequins. You take 2 fanciful Harlequins. The additional useless fright pushes your PDA to the last card. You then switch to the Q mode so you can access the PDA. More glass shrapnel flies from the deck. Oh my gosh, John. You're gonna murder us all. This thing keeps following me around. I think it's like it's trying to talk to me or something. That is probably the kernel sprite. It apparently needs to be prototyped twice, actually, whatever the hell that means. These walkthroughs are horrendously written. Okay, well, you are the one with the cursor, so just do whatever you think is the right thing to do. Also, fix my bathroom. TT, drop main Harlequin into Colonel Sprite. The Colonel Sprite has been prototyped with the Harlequin doll. I still can't understand this gobbledygook. That was only tier 1 prototyping. There is still another tier to the prototyping process, which, for all we know, merely advances this entire entity through increasingly asterisk statues of logistics. The clock is ticking. We don't have time for this asinine tomfoolery. This unmitigated poppycock extravagant hogwash. Okay, stop. Stop typing whatever silly thing you're typing. I'm going upstairs to the big platformy thing. The alchemitor? Question mark, question mark. Try to learn the lingo. John, use pre-punch card with the alchemitor. There is no slot for card anywhere to be found on the alchemitor. The Colonel Sprite followed you upstairs. TT, explore Athenum. Acquiring the Cruxite Dal seems to have populated the Athenium with one item, a perfectly generic object. John, capture lock telescope. You snatch the telescope from its tripod. Who knows? It might be useful. But more importantly, it pushes the Cruxite to the last card, making it available for tinkering. The PDA is predictably jettisoned into the yard, over the neighbor's fence. John, put the Cruxite on. Weird pattern on alchemitor. You place the Cruxite dowel on the alchemitor's small pedestal. Something is happening. Boop, boop, boop. The cake is alive. You set the alchemitor to cast 3 perfectly generic objects for some reason, expending a total of 6 units of bilgrist. These things look completely useless. What a waste. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice there's something in the sky. John, switch modus and use telescope to inspect sky. You switch back to stack modus and get a closer look with your telescope. Whatever it is, the Colonel Sprite seems particularly agitated about it. Countdown to the reckoning. You're no astronomer, but its trajectory looks suspiciously head-on with your current perspective. This is a troubling development. Yeah. I'm reading Homestuck from the beginning, so yeah. Homestuck. I think I'm maybe like not that far into Act 1. I'm almost done with Act 1, I think. It's been a while. John, high five Colonel Sprite. You figure you left him hanging long enough. John, attempt to ingest a unit of bilgrist. It is tempting because they strongly resemble rocking blue raspberry gushers. However, units of Bilgrist are a gaming abstract and do not seem to exist on the physical plane. There is apparently no crisis so imminent that will deter you from contemplating idiotic and frivolous actions. Your dad is getting home. John, what did you do with your PDA this time? I'm working on the bathroom. What are we running low on? Buildgrist. But we are running low on Buildgrist. Oh boy. There is like 7 acts, and the last 2 acts are the pretty longest. And then there are the epilogues. So I'm going all the way up to that. That's gonna be fun. I want to try to at least get to like Act 3 in this stream, which is when my favorite character comes in. Well, I mean he's in, but I get to read as him more. TT revised bathroom. John, return to your room and contact TT through Pester Chom. John, run to your room and contact TT through Pester Chom. 2 chums have been trying to message you. Boop. I am working on the bathroom, but we are running low on Buildgrist. Oh man, who cares about the bathroom? Now there's a meteor heading for my house. I see. Do you suppose it has anything to do with the game? I don't know. Maybe. What do I do? I think it's very likely. The walkthroughs vaguely suggest an impending threat before they end. The already poorly constructed sentences become even more curt and ambiguous, as if written hastily and with a sense of alarm. Actually, their dedication to updating the walkthrough under such circumstances is admirable. Wow, fascinating. If the meteor is a game construct, I think the only thing to do is to proceed and try to solve the dilemma on the game's terms. Try using the lathe. It says you can use the card on it, but it isn't more specific than that. Okay, I'll do that. Really, it is a labor to read this drill. If I read any more, my brain will need to be spoon-fed from a jar, while it blows spit bubbles in a high chair. I think I will write my own walkthrough. That is, after we make sure you don't die. Turn Tech Godhead began pestering ectobiologists. I heard you got the box. I hope you appreciate my heroic fatherly perseverance in getting it to you, and my rough and tumble dirty wife beaterly stored away. Also, I hope you appreciate how many no-talent douchebags had their mitts on that bunny before you. It's like a grubby baton in some huge douchebag marathon. Hey, where are you? Oh man, the buddy was awesome, but... I know Streamlabs does that a lot, where it will black out, but it will still be streaming. So, like, what a lot of the time is, I just refresh the chat log, because the way I'm streaming it now, I can't actually see my chat log like normal. So I have my chat open on another device. Okay, hey, where are you? Oh man, the bunny was awesome, but I don't have time to talk. I'm playing Suburban. It's kind of a nightmare. TT is breaking everything in my house. Dude, I told you to stay clear of that game. And for that matter, you should probably wash your hands of flighty broads and their snarky horseshit altogether. And now there's a meteor coming, and I'm not even joking. And I'm not even joking about that. It's like a big asteroid or comet or something in the sky heading right for my house. Oh man, how big is it? I don't know. Big, I guess. I gotta go. We'll talk later if I'm still alive and the earth isn't blown up like the size of Texas or just Rhode Island. They're always throwing around these geographical comparisons to give us a sense of a scale, like it really means anything to us, but it's like it doesn't matter. It's always like just like, wow, that's pretty fucking big. Like, Mr. President, there's a meteor coming, sir. Oh yeah, how big is it? Is it the size of Texas, sir? Oh how big is it? It's the size of Texas, sir. Oh shit. Or how big is it? It's the size of New York City, sir. Oh shit. Sir, I'm afraid the comet is the size of your mom's dick. Oh snap. Sir, are you familiar with Jupiter? You mean like the planet? Yeah, well, it's that big, sir. That sounds pretty big. I have a question. Is it Jupiter? Yes, sir. Earth is literally under siege by planet fucking Jupiter. Oh shit. Anyway, later. I'm sorry. I have a lot of fun reading Dave. It's not like he's my favorite character or anything from Homestuck. John, use... yeah, just refresh it and it will refresh it. Like I said, when I use OBS on like my phone or anything like that, it does that a lot. But I'm still streaming because it shows me I'm still broadcasting. That's what that red line is up there on top. That shows my broadcasting. Okay, so anyways, John, use pre-punched card on totem lathe. You slip the pre-punched card into a slot on the totem lathe. Above, the tool arm deploys a configuration of chisels. Now you just need something to lathe. John, take Cruxite to totem lathe. Cursing your lack of foresight, you return to the balcony for the Cruxite dowel you left on the pedestal. You navigate the hallway, weary of your dad, who is presently puzzling over the new fixture in his hallway. The perfect crime. You retrieve the Cruxite dowel. Dad just shrugs and heads back downstairs, presumably to do some more baking. If only he knew you were hard at work saving his ass. John uses a Cruxite dowel on totem lathe. You clamp the Cruxite in the lathe. The lathe carves one totem. You take the totem. Boop. Boop. Give me the pester log. Alright, I used the lathe to make this blue shapey thing. Now I guess I take it back to the alchemitor? Again? Hello? Technical therapist is no longer connected. Bleh. Connection lost. Countdown to the reckoning. And now we're into Act 2, I think it is. Or we're still in Act 1. A young lady stands in her bedroom. Due to a violent storm, her house has just lost power, along with her wireless internet connection. This has served her link to a popular video game she was playing with a young man at a critical moment. Or severed her link to a popular video game she was playing with a young man at a critical moment. That young man is relying on this young lady to reestablish a connection somehow. This young lady name is on the tip of your tongue. What was the name of this young lady again? Enter name. Flighty Broad. No, that wasn't it. Rose Lalonde. Examine room. Your name is Rose. As previously mentioned, you are without electricity, although your laptop computer still functions on battery power. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for rather obscure literature. You enjoy creative writing and are somewhat secretive about it. You have a fondness for the bestial, strange, and fictitious, and sometimes dabble in psychoanalysis. You also like to knit, and your room is a bit of a mess, and on occasion, if just the right one strikes your fancy, you like to play video games with your friends. What will you do? Rose, retrieve arms from the purple box. The purple package's contents are private. No one is allowed to look inside. Rose, rise like a flagellum and puke on your bed. Ugh, what a terrible idea. The thought alone makes you sick to your stomach. Rose, stroke writing journal and mutter, "My precious." You would only resort to such an embarrassing activity when no one is watching. These journals are for your eyes only. Rose, give violin. You capture-log the violin, storing it in the root card of your Silodex. Rose, play a haunting refrain on the violin. You waste approximately 40 seconds playing the violin while your friend is in peril. Nice time management skills there, sweetheart. John, tell Liv Tyler you love her before impact. Since your good for nothing friend is obviously not going to bail you out in time, you issue words of parting fondness to dear sweet Liv. Oh, if only Affleck could have been the one to make the final sacrifice instead of her stubborn blue collar salt of the earth father. When she would fall into your arms for consolation, and you would be the one to make the deceased Bruce Willis proud. Rose, capsule log, knitting supply bag. You get the knitting bag. It occupies the left leaf card under the violin, per the tree modus's alphabetical sorting method. K more than V. Rose, look out window. Your panoramic window offers a view of your yard below and the mausoleum housing your dead cat, Jaspers, who died when you were young. Your mom had the structure erected with a spirit of scornful irony in response to your youthful innocence. Request to hold a funeral for the animal. At least that is how you have come to interpret the gesture in retrospect. You can also make out a silhouette of the laboratory next door, a facility which likely broadcasts a strong wireless internet signal. You may be able to connect to the signal from a different part of the house, perhaps if you see Kyrogram. Rose, get laptop. You take your laptop and prepare to make the journey through the house. L greater than V, L less than K. This causes math. Yeah. This causes the tree to be unbalanced, so your Silodex auto-balances itself. Now the laptop occupies the root card, while the other two items compromise the leaves. Okay. See you soon, map. Rose, examine book on desk. This book is absolutely indispensable for enthusiasts of your ilk, of which there are very few. Grimoire for summoning the zoological dubious Cthulhu. Rose, take book. You take the Grimoire. Rose, explore the house. You leave your bedroom. Hanging just next to your door in the hallway is a painting of an exquisite wizard. Your mother collects these awful things ironically. She must know how much you detest them, and there's no doubt in your mind she stores these dreadful things in the house to bother you. Down the hall to the right is the way to the observatory. Perhaps you will be able to connect from up there. Your mother's room is also in that direction. You will have to watch your step. Rose, tiptoe to observatory. You approach a juncture in the hallway. Beyond this juncture is the observatory. Water. Rose, sneak by. This door leads up to the observatory. You haven't ventured up there in quite some time. Rose, go through the door. The door opens to an exterior walkway leading to the observatory entrance. You've seen less inclement weather before. Oh, the things you do to help out a friend. Rose, hurry up to that observatory. Rose, try to connect. You first put your laptop down on the floor to get it situated, but removing it from the root card causes all the branches and leaves to be severed. Your items are dumped unceremoniously on the floor. Rose, see what you can observe. You're in a hurry, sure, but that doesn't mean you can't take a moment to peek through the huge telescope. You find a gap in the clouds. It seems a flurry of smaller meteorites is streaking steadily overhead. You are not sure what this means, but it is somewhat disheartening. Yeah, let's go with that. Rose, stack laptop on Grimoire to maximize elevation. You will need every advantage you could get. Rose, access laboratory Wi-Fi network. There are several signals being broadcasted from the laboratory, each of relatively decent strength. One of them is mysteriously and quite convenient unsecured, requiring no password. You select the signal and reconnect to the game with John. Countdown to the reckoning. We're all gonna die. I'm back. Hurry up and open my door. No, not that it even matters. The thing can probably dead no matter what. Patience. You still haven't used the new totem. Question mark. I believe it will create the item on the punch card. So what is it, like an apple or something? What good will that even do? We'll see. I've found no evidence that anyone has successfully created the item, and the contents of the card appears to be variable from session to session. In one instance, it was described as an eggy-looking thing. Do we have enough of those building jewels to make it? According to the Athium, it is a free item. This speaks to its importance in my view. Now off you go. Rose, remove door from hinges. There goes the rest of your build grist. Rose, put bathtub back. You probably should have done this in the first place. John, take totem to alchemeter. Go get those stupid blocks out of the way first. The Colonel Sprite is getting awfully worked up about all this. Rose, remove blocks. You store the perfectly generic items in your paraphernalia registry, potentially to be deployed at a later time. John, take bite of apple. Oh, nope. I'm getting ready to go into Act 2, guys. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, 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 boo. Boom. Explosion. Okay, so you should be pretty good. Okay. Awesome. My back was bothering me, so now I can just chillax on me bed. My legs are cold. Okay. End of Act 1. End of Act 1. Years in the future, but not many. A wayward vagabond records a stuttering step in the sun-bleached dust. I forgot what happens when you click on this. Okay. Act 2. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not gonna read all of this. I have to read all of this. Okay, so the people who have done a walkthrough are Sanctuary Remix on 4/10/09, Winnie the Poop 2 4/11/09, Chaos Demon 4/11/09, and Tentacle Therapist on 4/13/09. Suburb Beta Walkthrough version 1.0, April 13th, 2009 by Tentacle Therapist. Caveats and Condolences Walkthrough and Complete. Caveats and Condolences. I'd be inclined to dispense with the trite even under less pressing circumstances. Needless to say, I'll forgo the indestructible ASC2 banner, which typically heralds the striking freefall of these documents. I'll also resist the urge to brandish any copyright marks or the particular nuances that concerns itself with the theft of the utterly mundane. I'll allow other deranged prospectors to stake claims on their worthless plots as the woods burn around them. My introduction will be sparse. There will be no majestic prose blustering into the sails of a galleon as we embark on this voyage together. Nor will there be any ham-fisted prose whipping its limbs under a bedsheet like a retarded ghost. For that matter, I don't I won't set the stage or dim the lights. The mood you will see will be set soon enough. Since you're reading this, chances are you have installed this game on your computer already. If this is true, like many others, you have just participated in bringing about the end of the world. But don't beat yourself up about it. There was never anything you could have done to prevent it. The end is happening right now as I type and as you read. I have come to understand that we were always doomed through our collective ignorance, and now further doomed by those few who know and struggle to flee. If you're lucky, you'll be among the smaller subset of the latter who are successful. What I mean is, while the game you installed is just one more grinding slab of rock sealing our planet's crypt, it is also your only hope to live. I'm presently faced with the same conundrum as you, and though I speak with more experience, my own outcome is far from assured. I will play the game as much of it as there is to play and record my findings here. If you want to live, you will do as I instruct. My condolences, TT. Boop. The kernel divides, the two halves go their separate ways, leaving behind the sprite portion. Boy! What is left of the sprite undergoes a mysterious transformation. For a moment, you thought you heard someone say, "Boy!" as if whispered in the periphery of your awareness. It was probably just your imagination, though. You there, boy? Oh, okay, so this is actually a little mini game you play. So I'm going to it's like a little mini game that you can play. You there, boy? Boy. What? Boy, listen to me, boy. His name is John, you nincompoop. Boy, who is John? Do as I say. I can't do that anymore. What will you like, boy? Who is John to do? Obey my commands, John boy. And these commands would be, I would like the boy to interact with his environment in a constructive manner. Maybe you should be a little more specific. Have the boy assess his current situation. I'm afraid I can't have the boy do that. Tell him to do it yourself. Very well. Okay. The instruction does not do anything at the moment. Sai, could you please turn the controls over to a more competent user? ASLFSAKLADK. Increasingly sophomoric. Also,
You almost spelled salad in there. What's that? It looks different now. After you bit the apple, your whole house seemed to be transported somewhere. Then the apple disappeared and the Colonel Spry underwent a transformation. Aside from the change in appearance, the transformation doesn't seem to have any relevant ramifications. You still can't understand a word this idiot says. The ghost clown do something with it. The ghost clown is called the Colonel Sprite, or rather just the Sprite now. I suppose you can't do something with it at the moment. The only thing you could theoretically do with it is tier 2 prototype it, assuming that's still possible. Tier prototype the sprite, or the thing you said, do it. You are not the one who is supposed to prototype it. The suburb server user is supposed to do that. This large platform, good grief, what is it, boy? The alchemister created the apple, or the tree that sprouted it, rather, right from time to save you from destruction. You're not sure if you can say the same for your neighborhood, though. You wonder what happened to your dad. Googly eye all night. Oh my god. Never fear, I am here. I'm sorry. Peek over the railing. Getting close to the railing makes you a little nervous. It's a long way down. Examine the strange blue vase. It's the piece of cruxite you carved with the totem lathe. When it contours it were scanned, the alchemister was able to produce that tree. How odd. Boy, open this door and walk through. What is down here? Proceed, boy. I'm still not fond of this smug fellow. The man, the myth, the legend. What do you have up your sleeve there, Anderson? Look at that poker face. He's not telling a soul. Open this. Your dad's room is still locked. Go in there now. Your plumbing appears faulty. Man, Rose did such a piss poor job of fixing the bathroom. It would most certainly be a mistake to try to use the toilet. You guess you could just go pee over the edge of the cliff. Leave at once. Leave at once. Boy, go in here. Expect this ghastly man and his boy. Fred Savage has a punchable face. Your ass. More like a talented young actor's face who you would want to hang out with if you got the chance, and also if he were not a full-grown man now. Anyway, the thought of monsters lurking in your house scares the shit out of you, which is why this movie is so awesome. But the fact that those monsters could also be your best friend is what makes it doubly awesome. Is that John Cusack back? Yeah, you guess so, but damn, that door be covering up your man cage. It's something serious. This ain't cool. This door explained this. Rose sure did a number on your house, but you guess she did manage to save your life, you guess. Observe this box. The bunny is not in the box. I said the bunny is not in the box. Why couldn't the bunny be in the box? Marvel at this adventure in outer space. This movie this movie is really bad. Not even you can defend it. You've been meaning to take this poster down, actually. Armed foes of the deceased.
Most people say the second one was not as great as the first, but you feel just the opposite. It was really cool and sort of gross how they hosed each other down with slime that made people angry. TG refers to the film as Nasty Mambro Bukake Theater. Whatever the hell that means. Oh my god, Dave. Where did you learn what Bukake is? I mean, I shouldn't question that, but what the fuck, Dave? I forgot a lot of things. Examine this unpleasant fluid. What is this stuff? Acquire the small Persian rug. It's a towel, dumbass. It will probably come in handy for cleaning up this weird mess in your room. Not that it's a huge priority, though. Boy, look through this window. At least your tire swing remains unmolested. A tree without a tire swing is like a house without a surrounding neighborhood, you guess. This huge sewing machine, of what use it is. The punch cards seem to contain the instructions for carving a totem of a certain shape. You guess maybe other punch cards will produce different shapes. It bears further exploration. This funny man text, you should ignore it. Just looking at the cover cracks you up. What a great book. Harry Anderson is your hero, and Mike Carvey's glowing treatment of the man does him every bit of justice. You'll have to give this another read soon. Thank you for the biddies, Map. Investigate this device. It seems you are still connected to the internet. Rose is trying to get in touch with you. You will reply in a moment once you have assessed your situation. Go out of the door that is not there. That man with the humorous spectacles admire him. Oh, Michael Sierra, your warm smile is a shining beacon in these dark times. I detest this. Disregard it. The Harlequin painting? You have this sentiment in common with John, then, I suppose. No. Keep moving. Believe me, you have no intention of turning your head to observe this dreadful thing. Why does this small man stand here? This Harlequin is always ready to serve you with illumination, whether you're reading a book or just enjoying a nice pipe. What is the meaning of this rubbish? Okay, even you have to admit, this one's pretty funny. A small dessert tray, useless. In retrospect, it was pretty funny when your dad pied you like that. Got you again, bud. The old man. Use this to reseal that opening there. If only putting the lid back on the extruder would undo all that it's done. Alas, Pandora's tube has been opened. Move this absurd edifice and exit your houseboy. This thing weighs a ton. You'd honestly be surprised if the game cursor could lift it, or at least not without a significant expense of grist. Of all the places for Rose to drop the infernal thing, more than ever you feel... What's the word you're looking for? Of course, house trapped. I think you mean Homestuck. Vile, pay no mind to this filth. What is he even doing there? Playing with a ball or something? Wield these instruments of combat. Any one of these things could make a fine weapon. If only your strike specific wasn't already allocated. Oh well. Destroy these diminutive soldiers of merriment. It's hardly seemed worth it to go to. It hardly seems worth it to go to the bother. You doubt you could get much for them at a garage sale, even. Maybe a grubby palm of pennies and a kick in the nuts for the whole lot of them. Stow a lump of soot for future futureless boy. The stuff is really dirty and you don't want it. Besides, you have it on good authority that a significant portion of it is comprised of asbestos. Double this urn immediately. That would be disrespectful to your Nana. You just won't do it, or not intentionally at least. You consider that it is fortunate she is no longer around to witness the sorrow. On the other hand, you would probably benefit from her elderly wisdom now. Ugh, no. So coy, so mysterious. This way through the doors like you see in a cowboy saloon. Plunder chest. Would you like to play a game? Peek and bowl of goo. Wherever your dad went, he seems to have left in a hurry. For all his absurdities, you have to put up with. You sure wish he were here right now. Examine this smeared substance. Is this oil? You wonder what happened in here. Where's your dad? This book is too big for a young, stupid boy. Colonel Sassacre's your favorite book, almost as favorite as Wise Guy. They are both your favoriteest of all time. Sample powdered uncooked dessert. Back, you miserable wench. Stay thy choking airborne particulates of temptation. Examine this artwork. It's beautiful. Your dad was so proud when you drew this. He hung it up immediately and it stayed there ever since. This was 1 week ago. This is a telephone, boy. Use it now. The phone doesn't work. Open the store now. This is no time for laundry. You're right. Thank you for being sensible about it. Open these and rifle through them for goods. You don't give a shit about what's in there. Probably nothing you'd be inclined to use now. Exit, boy. Ponder, lawn, amusement. Your childhood nemesis, the spring-mounted pogo guide. Sadly, was not swallowed by the void. It will have to wait another day for its comeuppance. Boy, engage this mangled trapeze display. Looks like your swing set is toast. You relive fond memories in a moment of sorrow. Fiddle with the bright sparkly things. That sounds incredibly dangerous. John sensibly disregards your awful advice. Admire this wall-mounted gadget. Though through some mysterious force your house still seems to be powered even though the wires are severed. Quite bizarre. Claim the dangling tree bauble. The trick handcuffs are still there, thank God. And no, you are not about to claim them right now. Back into the house with you. Go back into the luncheon parlor. Return to the room with the dead hag's remain. Hey boy, in here. This is a mess, boy. You are so glad your dad wasn't watching when you did this. He never would have let you hear the end of it. Inspect this band of merry band of performers. Circus du Sol once filed a restraining order against your father, and you were never so embarrassed in your life. Oh my God, what did you do, Dad Egbert? Consume nut. You would, but you're not sure if this dark realm has any hospitals. Operate this instrument. Oh, that's cool. It shows the notes for the haunting piano frame. That is crazy. What's the tempo? 3/4 tempo. That's so cool. Is this tobacco burning apparatus? I know, that is so cool. Like, I don't remember that being there before. Yuck, you still have pipe taste in your mouth. Throw this ugly thing out the window. You will not do that intentionally. You only resort to throwing stuff out the window via Sildick's mismanagement. This man is an imbecile. Ignore him. He's alright. Looks like he doesn't take himself too seriously and knows how to have a good time. You can only assume your dad hung it crooked to make it look more whimsical. It has a knife. Be alarmed by this. Rip Ledger. The Joker. Heath Ledger. Look here. It's dark out there. Can't see anything for miles. Seek the riches he guards below. This one offers a friendly wave, but yeah, this is another. This is really just another stupid piece of shit. I see treachery in his eyes. Oh, he doesn't look so bad. Open this iron vault, boy. You don't know the combination. Disregard this nonsense. Your dad used this stuff sometimes to dazzle you with his silly Van Villen escapades. Really, you couldn't roll your eyes hard enough at his corny act. Read Unpleasant Literatures, the Serious Jester magazine for those whom clown around in serious business. For those whom clowning around is serious business. I'm sorry. Return to the large room with the gross paintings. Boy, quit all the scurrying around. For the last time, this boy's name is John. Fine, John, return to your quarters. You go back up to your bedroom, tiptoeing around this weird petroleum-based sludge. And now, John, respond to your friend unit. John, are you there? Tentacle therapist is now an idle chum. Hey, yeah, I'm here, and not dead, I think. I know. I've been watching you scramble through the house like a lunatic. You should have answered me sooner. Oh man, sorry, I was looking around for my dad and I can't find him anywhere. Have you seen him? No, I'm sure he'll turn up. We have more important things to address right now. Yeah, like where am I? I don't know that either, but I've determined your neighborhood was destroyed by the meteor. Wherever you were transported, it saved you from the impact. I've been reading reports in the news over the last few days. There have been many smaller meteor collisions with people's homes around the world, and they seem to be getting bigger. Yours was the biggest they've identified so far. Okay, wow, so then I guess if this is all the game's doing, then the point is for us to save the world, perhaps. Then we better get moving and figure this game out. Yes, but wait. We should retrieve your PDA yet again. It will help to keep tabs on each other while you investigate. I think I could get you closer to it if I can replenish our grist supply somehow. There may be a way to recycle some that we already used. Okay, I'll meet you out on the balcony. Wait, Rose, one thing. What? You never even wished me happy birthday. Hello? I was working on something to send you, but I was running late with it. I didn't want you to think I believe meager well wishes alone would suffice for the occasion. That said, happy birthday, John. Oh, yeah, geez, this is so silly. Anyway, thanks. Loading, loading, loading. I'm gonna get some water. I have a water bottle next to me. First, take the fabric item. was working on. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I'm just not feeling good anymore. Bye, guys.